Hey everybody! In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you 3 quick cards in 4 minutes, just with a fun stenciling technique and a couple new things. This is Whisper White cardstock that I have cut down at Kinko's or Staples into 4 by 5¼ inch card panels. I just take my packages over there when I get them and get that done. Saves me a ton of time because this is something I use on almost every card I make. Then I take Whisper White Thick and I have them cut it at 4¼ by 11. And then I have my card panels and my card bases, and I'm a happy camper. I'm taping down one of these card panels, and I'm going to show you these amazing Clarity Stamp stencil brushes. I saw these at CHA but didn't get to use them. So I've been dying to see why everyone's raving about them and why they're so hard to find right now. And the first time I used them, took about 1 second for me to figure out why they're amazing. They leave absolutely no pattern on your cardstock. The way that you can get sometimes with sponge daubers or sponges, you know how you can get some harsh ink marks? These are so incredibly soft and easy to work the ink into the paper with that you will just be amazed at the ink blending that you can do. It's just absolutely, so far, my favorite ink blending tool ever. So what I did is I just separated the brushes. I didn't care about the size, but I just kind of reserve one for each of the primary colors. And they also clean really easily, so you don't have to do that. But these are the colors I use the most. Now you can see how smooth and beautiful the blend is and how I have no like spongy or brushy marks on there. I just love it so much. It makes it so quick to do a fun background. So I'm just going to crank out a couple more here. Once I already have my stencil taped down and I know where I want my cardstock on the grid paper, I just line it up on the grid and I can keep going. Now, if you don't clean your stencil in between, you actually get some kind of cool effects because as I'm brushing over the area where I had turquoise ink up here, it's actually pulling a little bit of that off of the plastic of the stencil onto my card front, and I loved that the first time I saw it happen. So I actually don't clean the stencil in between. I let the ink colors mix with whatever is left on the stencil, and you get some surprising, unpredictable mixtures that I found to be really fun. So the colors I used before were Daffodil Delight and Tempting Turquoise. This is Daffodil Delight and Melon Mambo, but you can see in the middle where a little bit of that Tempting Turquoise came off. And I just think it's so interesting. So I'm going to bring out my mini MISTI, and here's some of the other backgrounds that I had created. Here's one that already has a sentiment. This is one I just did with straight Post-it masking tape. And more with just, again, mixing just these 3 colors. I haven't changed colors at all, but you just get a totally different look every time. So I'm going to put greetings onto these 3. There's this cute new little Sale-A-Bration set that has this hi, that's all. I think it's just adorable. And it's perfect because it's just small and bold, and it lets the stenciling shine on the card front. So I'm inking that up in Memento. And you want to do this last because Memento is activated by water. It's an ink that's meant for alcohol inks, and it won't be activated by alcohol. But it will be activated by water and dye-based inks. So you want to stamp after you're done with your stenciling just so that you don't smear that black ink. You can always use our archival basic black if you want something that's not activated with ink and if for some reason you want to stamp the sentiment first. But that's it. That's a fun stenciling technique. I highly recommend these brushes. I think they do an amazing job of blending and will really let your stencils shine. Thanks so much for watching.